It is the SMT Media Network. In this video on the association, I want to discuss Jimmy Butler's first game with the Golden State Warriors after being traded from the Miami Heat. I want to tell you guys what I saw. I want to kind of get your take if you watched the game, what you saw. Maybe get that discussion going on in the comment section. But please do like and share this video and subscribe if you're new here. And don't forget to turn on the bell notification icon so you never miss an upload here from the SMT Media Network. Alright, so Jimmy Butler makes his debut with the Golden State Warriors in an away game against the Chicago Bulls. Let me just say this to kind of get things started. I obviously want to give the Warriors credit for the win and how they won the game. But the Bulls are worse than the record says. To be honest with you guys, this game has an important kind of asterisk here. When teams beat other teams, but you know that the other team is bad, it takes a little bit of shine away from the win. But anyways, let's discuss the whole thing. So as I watched the game, the first half, the Bulls were on fire. They were kicking the Warriors' ass. They were up like 20-some points in like the beginning of the third quarter. And then all of a sudden, the Golden State Warriors decided, you know what? We're better than the Bulls. Let's cut the shit and let's win the game. At some point, the Bulls, I think, were up like 20 plus points in the third quarter. Usually, that's enough of a lead to win the game. Hold off the other team, continue to play good defense, rebound, hold teams to one shot, and then get your points on the other side. Usually. But the Bulls aren't very good. And, their first half was a fluke. To give the Warriors credit, they absolutely played fantastic team defense, individual efforts, and as a team in the second half. And they started knocking down their shots, so you got to give them credit. All right, so from the Warriors side of it, Draymond Green played 32 minutes back from injury. I think he had 6 points. His impact is never going to be scoring. He had 2 blocks, 3 steals, 7 dimes, 4 rebounds in 32 minutes of action. So he was very effective. That you don't want Draymond Green to have to score, right? You're in a bad place if he needs to score points for you. And they didn't need him to score. The Warriors scored 132 points tonight. Jimmy got 25 on 7 of 12 shooting. He got to the free throw line 13 times and made 11. He had 2 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal, a block. He had a very, very good game. For a debut to be so seamlessly integrated into what the team was doing is really encouraging. I don't want to say too much and get, too excited about this because they beat the Bulls. Like I said, I don't think the Bulls are very good, but he played well. Quinn Post got 18 in 20 minutes. Steph was cooking in the second half. He was one of the big reasons in the third quarter. They completely erased that 20-plus point deficit and went up going into the fourth quarter. And then they created a 20-point lead, winning by 21 points. You know what I mean? So he was incredible. 8 of 16 from 3, 10 of 19 overall, 34 minutes of action. He had 34 points, threw in 6 assists, had a block, 4 rebounds. And then you got a little bit out of Buddy Hield. He got you 14 points in 28 minutes of action, 4 of 9 from 3. And then off the bench, not really much there outside of Brandon Podziemski. He had like 16 in 29 minutes. So, I don't even want to really talk about the Bulls too much. But Buzelis had 16 in 29 minutes. Kobe White was white hot, hitting threes, 6 of 9. He was really good. 15 off the bench from Jalen Smith. But not really too much. Most of the guys who were getting buckets in the first half, the well was dry in the second half. But to just kind of speak about the Bulls and or the Warriors and where things are going, the Warriors looked good in the second half. They looked awful in the first half. There's always going to be that kind of adjustment period for any player that gets integrated into the team that's going to have a major role. But what I saw from the Warriors in the second half was a really good defensive effort, was ball movement, getting good looks, and the usual suspects making the impact. Like Steph got to be Steph in this game. Again, I don't want to make too much of a deal of this because Bulls aren't very good. But, if this is going to be what's going to happen, if this is what the Warriors are capable of and they can continue to get better, integrating Jimmy into the team more, the defense looked good. So you got Draymond Green and you have kind of Jimmy Butler. Draymond's more of like a paint guy. He's kind of around the restricted area. He can defend the pick and roll and stuff too. He's a very good defender. So is Jimmy, right? Those two together are going to enhance this defense as a team. And then the other guys, in my opinion, playing pretty good defense too. It helps when the guys playing with you are really good, right? If you're an average type role player on the Warriors, but Jimmy Butler is there and Draymond Green is there, it kind of allows you to also play better, right? So I always thought the Warriors defense was atrocious. This is going to be one hell of an upgrade defensively, which the Warriors sorely needed. And then when I saw him offensively, he made Jimmy plays, right? Tough plays in and around the rim, some and ones. And then, you're obviously getting his defense. And, he's a no-nonsense guy on the court, And look, they're going to be better with Jimmy. I just don't know if I have enough in one game to make a distinction whether or not they're going to be better than the top 4 or 5 teams in the Western Conference. They're not better than the Thunder. They're not better than the Grizz. They're definitely not better than the Rockets either. I don't think they're better than the Nuggets, personally. And the Lakers with Luka is still kind of TBD, but the long story short, the Lakers have been winning. They won like 5 out of the last 6 or something. They've won 4 or 5 straight games, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm not convinced that all of a sudden a win over the Bulls makes the Warriors a formidable contender in the West. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have to wait to see the Warriors play a couple of the better teams in the West. I'm going to have to see them against the Nuggets. I'm going to have to see how they stack up against the Grizz, against the Rockets, the Thunder, these guys. I want to see them play them. And then we can kind of start to make some assumptions or make some predictions. Like Jimmy said, championship coming soon. Those are lofty goals. I can respect it, but I'm not going to make that declaration today, February 9th, after the Warriors beat the Bulls. But a good win for them and a great way to see them kind of come together in the second half. Pretty nice addition for them. Jimmy wanted out of Miami. He lands in a place where he has joy again, according to him. As fruity as he is, sometimes, the game, the way he plays the game is phenomenal. He's definitely an upgrade to the Warriors. What do you guys think? If you watch the game, or what do you think about the outcome? What's your take on the Warriors moving forward? Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.